What's up? I know, it's been a while since I've done one of these, and considering what happened at the election last night, I'm pretty sure you guys are wondering my thoughts on the whole thing. Well, they haven't really changed much. Though I will say that I'm glad that McCain didn't win. We all knew the nightmare that was, well, I should say have an idea of the nightmare that was going to be heading our way under McCain and Palin. I've heard a lot of people talking about how gracious McCain was, you know, at the end, you know, being willing to concede, you know. I'm thinking he really didn't have much of a choice in the matter, you know. The guy, like, clearly lost. If you saw the votes, I mean, that was a landslide. Americans, I guess, just had enough of the bullshit, and they let them realize it in spades. So, with a score like that, you know, with a vote turnout like that, and with the you know, the results being the way they were, there's no way in hell he was going to be like, oh, we're going to fight this. You can't. You have to be a complete moron. I mean, even a bigger moron than he and especially Palin have portrayed themselves. Now, as far as Obama being president, I don't think it's going to be leading to, you know, monumental change like so many people are thinking it will, though it has the potential to. Not necessarily because Obama is going to be doing the type of changes we want, but more so that he's a foot in the door. Because of his promises and because of the types of people who are behind him, there are a lot of progressives who are behind him. People have to realize that, okay, this is the first step. You got this guy in. Great. You know? And I do understand the historical significance of a black man being president. Don't think that hasn't occurred to me. And I am glad that this has happened. And I'll give you my reasons in a moment, but the point I'm trying to make here is that, okay, you got him there, but that's not the end of the battle. I mean, first of all, some of us know that there were other candidates who were more progressive than he was, especially when it comes to foreign policy. And we know that there are a couple of domestic policies that he supported that we don't like the FISA law, like the fact that he was willing to go with the bailout. So there's still some work to do. And be glad he's there, but realize that we're going to have to work on him and his administration. It's going to still needs to be a lot of correspondence between us and that government. And don't think it's going to be an easy one. Don't think he'll just smile and go, okay, I'll get right on it. It's going to be a battle, because at the end of the day, government is still government. It's a lot of work to do. Okay? Now, why I am glad that he's up there because he's black. I mean, you might say, this because you're black. Well, yeah, I'll admit it's a bit of self-interest, but the ultimate reason is because he's going off, my son. It's about, let's face it, black people don't really have a whole lot of intellectual role models. Most of the people they look up to are in the entertainment business, or in the music. You know, music is entertainment. You know, movies, you know, that type of stuff, sports. You don't see a whole lot of intellectuals who are put up there on a pedestal for black people to look up to. There are a few, but that's it. It's just a few, you know. So for a black guy to be president, to actually be up there as a, you know, in the so-called highest office in the land, that should be something to get, you know, black people to look at, so we can make it, you know, intellectually. This should maybe give them a little kick to, like, say that you don't need to settle for this. You can go elsewhere. You can engage your mind and, you know, be accepted for your mental attributes. Will there be assholes out there who will still try to look down upon you and think that you can't do it mentally? Well, yeah, but times are changing. And this election is just another step in the right direction to help them to realize how far they can go. So that's my reasons for actually liking the fact that he's there. Another thing about this election, though, like I said, the overwhelming turnout that you know, put him into as president, which he will be president in January. Remember, he's not president yet. Bush is still here. So, my wife. He's president-elect. I'm hoping that this is wishful thinking on my part, but I'm really hoping that this becomes like the starting of the death toll for the Republican Party. I have a fantasy that the Republican Party, in my lifetime, will soon be no more. We've had 28 years. More, really, but the start of the bullshit really hit when Reagan came in. When they really started hammering down a lot of crap on us. And I am hoping that there will come a time when the Republican Party will be extinct, and I'm hoping this is the beginning of it. They had 28 years of shaping this country, and every time they were in full power in those 28, it was a disaster for us, for this country. They fucked up our economy. They came down with draconian laws that are, fuck with our lives, even though they supposedly believe in small government. They helped to push, corruption in business. They keep yelling about they hate socialism and this and that, but when it comes time for passing certain laws, they pass socialistic type laws in favor of corporations to fuck other smaller businesses over and fuck us over. To the point where they've even been able to help contribute to unrest and instability in other countries overseas. I mean, this is how bad it has gotten. They're crooks. Plain and simple. There are very few Republicans that I can look at and go, he's not a crook or she's not a crook. Most of them are straight up bastards. And I am really hoping, and I know the chances are slim, because they still got a lot of supporters. But I'm hoping that this is the beginning of the time when this party will slowly be, phased out, if you will. Now, of course, people think, well, so that means you want only one party dominating the country? No, come on, people. There's more than one party anyway. You're just only giving support to two. What I would like to see is the Republican Party phased out, wiped out, and listed as a shameful footnote in history, political history. But then I would like to see the Libertarian Party come up. I would like to see the Green Party, organize themselves and come up. Or if there's some type of Labor Party, let them come up. I want to see a bunch of parties come up to fill its place. So that Americans will start seeing that there is more to politics than just a Republican Party line and a Democratic Party line, which generally amount to the same thing, both of them propping each other up. The only thing to argue about is who's going to get to pull the, press the buttons. Now, I would like to see some other parties spring up literally from the people below. Parties that were about the people to begin with, that have their best interests in mind, taking the place of the Republican Party. And then really start saying things that people want to, really want implemented. I mean, I would love to see, the Libertarian Party come up. Actually, what would really crack me up? I don't know how the hell you're going to be able to organize something like this, but even an anarchist party I would love to see come up. Because if you believe in small government, those guys will get the job done. But ultimately, yeah, that's what I want. These crooks to be phased out, and then these other parties to come in its place. Will there be a chance that as these parties come up, the Republicans will try to infiltrate those and fuck those up? Yeah, there is a chance, but if the people of those parties stick to their guns, they can keep them out. I want Republican to be a dirty word. That's my own selfish fantasy. Now, does that mean I want conservative to be a dirty word? If you called me a couple of months back, I would have said yes. Nowadays, not really. If you're a fiscal conservative, I find that I don't really have much to disagree with you on. Maybe a few things here and there, but not really. If you're a moral conservative, then I want to punch you in the face. Because a moral conservative, quite frankly, is simply somebody who wants to play tyrant with your life. Tell you what you can and can't do, tell you how and how not to live. Look at what's going on with the Proposition 8 thing going on in California, which I wanted to touch on, but I'm running out of time. But you can tell that's a conservative push, and they're denying a group of citizens paying taxes the right to get married. Government, quite frankly, shouldn't be able to grant marriage in the first place. All they should do is civil union. But this should let you know how a bunch of bigoted motherfuckers help to push something which is now going to make it harder for these guys to simply get married. Do you realize how fucked up that is? And that's a conservative push. Granted, it's not like this is over. Come on. Anybody who's been paying attention to something like this in California for a while knows this is a back and forth battle. This is an ongoing thing, guys. So for those of you who feel sad about Proposition 8 ending like that, it's not over. And several of you already know it's not over because some people over there are making lawsuits against us right now. Good for you. Do that. Do that. But this just goes to show you how malignant moral conservatives can be. So yeah, fiscal conservative, I don't think I have a problem with you. Moral conservative, get the fuck out my face. It's 10 minutes past that. Those are just my thoughts right now, nothing fully organized. I will catch you guys later.